Hey everybody, back with another live stream, vibe coding here. Huh. Having some trouble creating the X broadcast. Let's try again here. Interesting. Huh. Let me go. Interesting. Is not sure if X live stream is having an issue right now. Let's try one more time here. See if we're live on Twitch. Okay, cool. We're live on Twitch. Let's go. If anyone knows, looks like we're having some difficulty streaming to X right now for some reason. But anyways, back with another vibe coding live stream. And let's get let me just check the status of X. Huh. Maybe they're having some traffic issues or something. So just gonna be a chill stream, guys. I thought it would be kind of fun to vibe code on the last day of 2025 and also the first day of 2026. Still just bear with me. I'm still trying to see if we can get this X stream up. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, but it looks, and I'll show it on stream here. But it looks like there's some sort of 403 forbidden response that X's backend is responding with this error, which is kind of interesting. So maybe X live streaming is down right now, which is kind of interesting. But so let's pull Twitch chat down. Let's see if is X live stream down. What I'm gonna try and do is log out real quick out of Twitter or X. Let's try to log back in. Okay, let's go to preview. Hmm. Yeah, so X is down. Huh. Okay. All right, let's move forward, even though we're not streaming on X right now. So let me pull up what we've been working on here. Okay. So on the last stream, we built out the Node backend, or our CRUD backend for the driver ID. And let me just go ahead and pull up our plan too. Let's pull up Ghosty here. Okay, now let's see if we can we have our plans over here. Okay, here we go. So this is what we were working on the last stream. Still just looking at X here. Just curious if they're still throwing this error in the console. Be interesting. It's just throwing a 403 forbidden. So I'll close it down. Even their site's moving a little slow. Okay, so on the last stream, we created a new table called drivers. And let me pull up PG admin too here. And just going to be a chill stream here, guys, vibe coding going into the new year. Thought it would be fun to, code on the last day of 2025 and the first day of 2026. So let me pull up the driver table here just to show everyone what we worked on the last stream. Nice. So we created this drivers table, and this is so our end customers can add drivers to the system. So you can go to the driver directory and add drivers to the driver directory, and then that would put drivers into the drivers table. And then here we have the identify drivers front end view. So we also created that. So let me come to cursor. So we created this new drivers table. Then we created a driver links table. And so what we're doing is every time there's one of these driver ID events, we're actually linking it up to a real human driver. So this is a face ID algorithm that runs on the edge, and takes a picture of the driver's face and tries to match it with another picture of a driver's face. If there's a match, it sends us an ID. If there's not a match, it generates a new ID and sends us a new ID. So these are all of the driver ID events, right? So, and I can link any one of these drivers to an actual human. So if I want to link this driver to Santa Claus, I can do that. And these are driver ID events, right? So if I come to reports and critical events, what we could do is we can come check out these driver ID events here. So here's a driver ID event, and again, all a driver ID event is a picture of the driver's face. And when we get these events at our system, they have a unique ID, a UUID. So let me see if we can pull it up here just for demonstration. I like to just go through, what we worked on the last stream. So if there's any new people watching or any new viewers that open up the live stream, they can at least understand what we're working on. And guys, I'm gonna check again on Twitter. Twitter seems to be, I can't live stream right now to X, so bear with me. I'm just kind of still investigating that right now. So anyways, these are the driver ID events. So you can see here's the event type, driver ID, and then here's the UUID, right? So here you can see these are two driver ID events that actually had a match, right? So these two had a match. Now, if there isn't a match, it'll generate a new ID. We're coming to x.com again, everybody, to see if we can. Really wanted to see if we could get that live stream out to X today. Really wanted to get that stream posted to X if we could. Let's see. And you know what? This might be a good opportunity to pull up ChatGPT and see. We could post this Twitter or this X error message into ChatGPT and see what we get here. Let's see, live, create a broadcast. Interesting. Everyone. All right, guys, so here's the X live stream right now. And so, hold on, let me just pull this only. Which is interesting. So if I come, go to OBS, let's make sure. Okay, so we're gonna take this error message right now. Or really, we could probably go to the network tab. And you can see, here are these, this is the preview endpoint, studio.x.com live ingest video preview, and it's calling their server, and their server is returning a 403. So let's see. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, I'm gonna say, is, let's have it search the web. I guess it can't publish an image. Can you, does this look like a X error that you're familiar with? I'm trying to live stream on X right now, but I see these errors printing to the network tab in the browser developer tools. Huh. Interesting. It just can't render the preview. So we could maybe still... No, I'm getting an error when I'm trying to post it. Yeah, I'm getting an error when I'm trying to create the broadcast too. Can you search on the web and see if anyone else is experiencing this problem right now? Hey guys, just still looking into X. Live streaming's down right now. I'm trying to live stream. Here's the error message, right? I can't create a broadcast right now. So trying to create that broadcast and I'm getting an error, which is interesting. So, and this is, here's the error message here. So it's just a 403 forbidden. Let's see what the response is. Let's see if ChatGPT's ever seen this response. Here is the response from the X servers. Are you familiar with this error? Interesting. Just want to make sure it's not my OBS multi-streaming open source plugin that I'm using. I don't think it is. All right, we'll leave it alone, and then we'll have to come back and revisit it. Let's see. If anyone knows if X live streaming is down, let me know. It's interesting, but it's actually I can see OBS is streaming the frames, so I know the frames are getting pushed to X. Their backend must be down. Anyways, all right, so let's see here. Let's go. Let's just go. Okay, so yeah, these are the driver ID events. And now we have this linking set up. There's really two more things that we need to do in our reports. So in this report now, when we link a driver, so if I come to Postgres admin and let's look at the linked drivers table. What's the drivers table? Let's go to the linked drivers table. So here you can see we take this driver UUID from that driver ID event, and then we're linking it or mapping it to the driver ID that we generate when we enter in drivers, right? So here's the driver directory. And this is where you would enter in drivers, right? And when you enter in a driver, every driver has a unique ID. And then every driver event, every one of these driver ID events has an ID, right? And so what we're doing is in the identify drivers view, let's see. You can see these are all of the driver ID events, and the idea is we're going to be essentially mapping these to a real driver, right? And once we link these driver ID events to an actual driver, that's when we write to the driver links table, right? And so now what we have to do is when we go to reports is we need to also include the actual driver that's associated with each one of these events. So right now, each one of these events is only associated with a vehicle and not a driver. Let's see if And so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and have, I'm actually going to use GPT 5.2 extra high, I think, to start doing a little investigation. So let's see. Okay, 5.2 extra high. And I'm going to say that we recently created a driver directory and a driver identification front end, and also a CRUD backend. We have a plan in the cursor plans directory that details the items that we worked on to complete this new feature. What I want you to look into is right now in our report service, when we return the critical event report, we are not returning the driver that is associated with each event. So now that we have drivers linked, I want you to look into modifications that we need to make to that SQL query in the report service to make sure that we return the drivers that are associated with the events. I want you to be very detailed and thorough and use the git commit history and look for any commits that were related to driver ID and run git show if you need to understand the code changes that we implemented for this driver ID solution. Okay, so let's let GPT 5.2 extra high kind of start working on that. And I see other people right now live on X, so it's a little bit I do not want you to make any modifications to the code yet. This is just a brainstorming session. And then I'm also gonna I'm gonna use Opus 4.5 to, I want you to look at my current node groups. We need to scale up the coaching nodes. Hey everyone, I see people joining the stream. Right now we're having some difficulty. I don't know if anyone's a streamer or familiar with streaming. But we're getting this error right now. So usually we're live, guys, on X. But for some reason I can't, having difficulty going live on X. So if anyone knows if X live streaming is down, I know that some people are live streaming on X, so I know the platform is obviously up. But definitely interesting. So if I'm not talking as much, guys, I'm kind of still debugging this. I'm really curious if it's me, my problem, or if it's or if they're actually having a service issue. It's like slowing down my entire browser is the interesting part. Still just looking into this issue, guys. Huh. Okay. See if we can stop it in OBS. And then let's restart it. Let's see. Huh. You know what, guys? I'm gonna get off and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna maybe restart the machine and then clear cache and cookies. I'll be right back, guys.